Hey guys, Proper English here. Lately I've been talking about a concept called anti-burnout. The idea is that by building logic gates without torches, you can send data through those gates at a very high rate because you don't have to worry about torches burning out. And now that comparators have been fixed in snapshot 13W5B, we can see what anti-burnout can really do. And so today we're going to take a look at my anti-burnout XOR gate and my anti-burnout XNOR gate, and we're going to test them out a bit, see how fast we can send data through them. It's pretty cool. Both of these gates have a 2-tick delay, and they're 2-wide stackable, so they're perfectly usable in computers. Let's get started. In order to get the XOR gate to be 2-wide stackable, I needed to do a little bit of staggering, so every other bit is slightly different. And we're going to take a look at both versions of the gate. What we're doing here is we're sending data into the XOR gate at a rate of 2 ticks per operation. You're going to see the A input up top over here and the B input down at the bottom line over here. The output is in the middle. So when I flip this lever, I'm going to freeze the frame and we'll be able to analyze the operations that are going through the gate. So let's try this out. All right, and here we go. So let's look at the rightmost piece of data. So the first operation, we've got the A input off and the B input on, so you can see that the output is on. All right, then we move over to the next operation. We've got the A input on and the B input on. This is an XOR gate, so the output is going to be off. If we go to the next operation, we've got the A input off and the B input off, so of course the output is going to be off. And then our final operation, we've got the A input on and the B input off, so the output is on. And we're sending the data through this XOR gate at a rate of 2 ticks per operation, which is awesome. I wish it could be 1 tick per operation, but the comparators don't respond to 1-tick pulses. This is still pretty cool. So let's take a look at the other version of the XOR gate. I've set up the data inputs for the second XOR a little bit differently, so we'll see a different pattern when I flip this lever. And so we can see that for our first input, we've got the A input on and the B input on, so the output is off. In our second input, we've got the A input off and the B input on, so since only one input is on, the output is on. In our third input, we've got A off and B off, so the output is off. And finally, in our fourth input, we've got the A input on, the B input off, and so our output is on. These XOR gates work perfectly. Let's take a look at the XNOR gates. Just like the XOR gate, the XNOR gate needs a little bit of a stagger to be 2-wide stackable, and so I've set up both versions of the XNOR gate, and we're going to start with this guy over here. So for our first input, we've got A off and B on, so the output is off. In our next input, we've got A on and B on, so the output is on. Then we've got A off and B off, so the output is again on. And finally, we've got A on and B off, so the output is off. The XNOR gate works perfectly fine. Let's take a look at the other version. Once again, I've set up new inputs for our second example when I flip this lever. There we go. So we've got the A input on and the B input off in our first set of inputs. The output is off. Next, we've got the A input off and the B input on, so our output is again off. Then we've got our third input with the A input on and the B input on, and so the output is on. Finally, we have our fourth input with both A and B off, and so the output is on. This is a perfectly functioning XNOR gate. It's functioning at a very high rate, 2 ticks per operation. Freaking awesome. The main point that I want to get across in this video is that because we can now send data through logic gates at a rate of 2 ticks per operation, we're going to see some major advances in the world of redstone computing, and I am super excited about this. I'm providing you with a world download so you can check out the XOR gate and XNOR gate on your own, pick them apart, see how they work, so definitely check that out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.